Hi, this is Alkin, and welcome back to my channel. We had a very interesting development happening in the state of New Jersey today. It's about a political figure and the Attorney General of New Jersey. They were in the same room together as the Attorney General announces an indictment against the this New Jersey political figure. We were all caught by surprise here. Uh, this is from Political. Says New Jersey Attorney General charged Democrat power broker George Norcross in bombshell indictment. Says he had been the subject of scrutiny by law enforcement and a political task force, but never been charged until now. See what happened. I don't know who the author of the story. Oh, but Dustin Rakapuli and Daniel Han. Sorry if I mispronounced those names. Okay, let's see what happened. New Jersey General Attorney on Monday charged one of the state's most powerful Democrats and his allies in a sweeping indictment alleged a long-running corruption scheme. Charges against George Norcross represent another seismic event in New Jersey politics in a year that's already seen a dramatic disruption of its normal boss system. And George Norcross is often held up as a symbol of New Jersey political boss. He's been the subject of scrutiny by law enforcement and a political task force, but never been charged. Really, until now. The indictment brought by Attorney General Matt Platkin portrays years of extortion and threats. Norcross has run a criminal enterprise for at least the past 12 years, Platkin said, causing hurt to businesses, individuals, and especially to the city of Camden, one of the state's poorest cities. Camden has a huge crime problem in New Jersey. So, everybody keeps saying Newark is the worst, and no. Camden because it's too close to Philly. The Norcross Enterprise manipulation government programs and procedures designed to attract development and investment to instead follow their own financial desires, Parkland said in a press conference. Can't pronounce the name for crap. Instead of contributing to the success of the city of Camden through a series of criminal acts alleged in the state case, the Norcross Enterprise took the Camden waterfront all for themselves. The South Jersey power broker personally attended the press conference uninvited and sat in the front row close to the podium, staring at Platkin as he announced a 13-count indictment on racketeering and other charges. His team of attorneys eject when a staffer for the Attorney General's office asked him to sit somewhere else, and objected to the attorney not being able to ask questions during the press conference. I want to witness an extraordinary embarrassment and outrageous conduct from a government official who stands up there and tries to act like he's holier than thou, Norcross told reporters outside the Attorney General's office. Yeah, there was something like that. The AP has it. Norcross criticized Platkin in intense personal terms and said he wanted a trial to start in 2 weeks. I want Matt Platkin to come down here and try this case himself, he said, because he's a coward, because he's forced people in this building to implement his will. The indictment is also an indictment of the state political culture. New Jersey has a reputation for corruption, and a senator, might as well be senior citizen, Bob Melendez in the middle of his own issues. Midway through his second federal bribery trial. This is his second one. The first one was run by Jack Smith, and Jack Smith screwed that case up. So I know a lot of people are wondering why I'm criticizing Jack Smith so much, especially in the drug case, because we know his history of screw-ups. He should not have been brought back for a drug case. But, they think, keep doing the same thing over and over again and hoping for better results, and not the case. It's often said that in New Jersey, politics is a blood sport, and what meant to by that is if you don't go along with the demands of those in political power, you get hurt, Platkin says. But there's nothing to inherit in our state culture that requires us to accept politics and government that function in this way, Platkin added, and we are so close, or clearly said in this indictment, there's nothing legal about it either. Norcross, whose brother Donald is a member of the House, has wielded tremendous influence in New Jersey politics for decades, all without holding elected office. He's an insurance broker by trade, but built up what is known as the South Jersey Machine, a Democrat political coalition considered one of the strongest in the state. He was a member of the Democratic National Committee and counts figures like Nancy Pelosi among his friends. Oh boy. Well, we all know when I say oh boy about Nancy Pelosi, that's not good. At its peak, Norcross is known as the most powerful unelected official in New Jersey. His influence peaked under Republican Governor Chris Christie, who worked hand in hand with the Democrat Senate President Steve Sweeney, a childhood friend of Norcross, but after losing legislative elections in his power base of South Jersey in 2021, including the one that held by Sweeney, Norcross conceded he'd be diminished and so political that he was stepping back from state politics. Platkin also charged Norcross' brother Phil, a lawyer and a lobbyist, his old-time lawyer Bill Tamabis, a former Camden mayor Dana Reed, Cindy Brown, and the CFO of trucking company NFI, and John O'Donnell, leader of the residential development company, the Michaels organization. The indictment came 3 days after Platkin charged 2 South Jersey Transportation Authority board members for allegedly retaliating against an engineering firm whose executives refused to go along with a political request from Norcross. The charges against Norcross and others, referring by Platkin as Norcross Enterprise, including racketeering, misconduct, and financial crimes, and carry penalties up to 20 years in prison. The 111-page indictment details more than a decade of alleged criminality, much of it touching on tax credits and waterfront development, exclusively reported in this news media. One example, Norcross allegedly threatened a developer who had waterfront property rights after he would not give up those rights on Norcross' terms. Norcross told the developer he would F you up like you've never been effed up before. According to the indictment, made sure the developer never did business in Camden again. Others then conspired to have the city condemn the developer's rights and applied for the city officials to publicly accuse the developer of being not a reputable person, according to the indictment. We're not going to read the indictment because it's 111 pages. Thing is, I don't know much about this individual. This is something that South Jersey, I don't cover South Jersey politics, or Philadelphia for that matter, because we have enough crap going around in the northern part of New Jersey and New York City. Recently with the Bragg situation, you have a huge crime problem, but this guy decided to go after Trump instead. So, maybe the Supreme Court is going to overturn that. Whether it's on time or not, we don't know, if it's at all. But I will say is, I don't think Bob Melendez is involved with this individual, because his name would have been on there. But the fact is that Bob Menendez, this is his second dance with the federal government, and hopefully this time he will go down. Right now, he's not running as a Democrat for his seat. He's running as an independent because another Democrat is now in his place on the ballot for November. So you have this guy as a Democrat, then you have Melendez in the middle, and then you have the Republican at the other end. We're hoping that the Republican will come in and wipe both of them out and give the current governor a nice little black eye. Well, because of what has happened in the last 4 years in New Jersey, I don't think this guy should be allowed to continue to do what the heck he wants to do and ruin people's lives in this state. I mean, he did that during the pandemic. He tried to put his wife in to run as a senator, I think, to replace Melendez when he's having his issues. But he got big backlash out of that. So, there you have it in a nutshell. We didn't know we had a story. We wanted it, but we got it. So, this is Arcane Saint Solo for now. Don't forget to stop. And like I said, I don't know much about South Jersey politics, so this was just a shocker that this came out of nowhere today. All right.